Hi guys, in this episode of Ray Decay, I'm going to be reacting to a girl group that I have definitely never reacted to before, that being T-ARA and their new song, Tiki Taka. And yeah, I haven't reacted to T-ARA before because they are, if I remember correctly, I think a second gen girl group, and they definitely haven't had a release, at least since I've become a K-pop fan, which is since 2016, or at least I'm not aware of them releasing a song in the last like 5-6 years. I've heard a lot of things about them and how popular they used to be and how beloved they are and how good their music is, but I haven't really listened to a song of theirs, so I don't really have much of a comparison to make to when it comes to this song. But I am hoping that I'm actually gonna end up liking this song quite a lot, but there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into the song and see how I'm gonna feel about it in 3, 2, 1. They all look really good. Okay, so far it's not bad, but it's definitely not what I expected it to be. I expected something much more like energetic and playful than this. Again, I don't really have any comparison to make when it comes to their music because I've never heard music from them before. Yeah, this chorus is actually not that bad at all. The first verse was a little bit boring to me, but the chorus is actually pretty okay. Okay, I really like this switch up here that we have with a little bit more energy. Hey, I've seen that location in other music videos before. This location, I think. Okay, it's so weird. I flip-flop on how I feel about this song. There's parts of it which really kind of bore me a little bit, but then there's other parts which are pretty entertaining. I guess I'll definitely have to check it out a second time. Is that it? Okay, so it is. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this song ultimately. Like, there's definitely quality to it, don't get me wrong. It's very sophisticated, it's very, I don't know how, what was the word for it? It was almost on my tongue. it's very high quality. Let's just go with that. It's very high quality. But at times it really doesn't feel particularly interesting. I think the chorus is pretty interesting, and maybe the pre-chorus or the post-chorus have some interest there, but I feel like the verses are not particularly engaging, at least for me personally, which, considering my tastes in K-pop, makes sense why it's not, but I still want to like it. And that's constant flip-flopping to where I was thinking that I was going to say that I don't like this song, but then there was parts that I actually kind of really liked. It's really kind of torn me on this, so I'm definitely going to check it out a second time before I say my final thoughts. But I do like the members, I do like the visuals, and I think they're pretty good singers. Like, I enjoy their singing, but it's just a song I feel like could have been a little bit more entertaining for me. But again, we're going to get into it a second time, so let's go again in 3, 2, 1. I feel like I would have enjoyed this song more if it was in English, would be enough. Because it's exactly the kind of like a melodic and, I don't know, for lack of a better term, indie sounding song. Because like the instrumental is very much like something that you would hear in like Life is Strange, the video game. Yeah, it's honestly a good song. It is a good song. It's just that it's one of those songs that I'm gonna be more interested in listening to when I'm like slightly sad or melancholic. Maybe even depressed. And it's definitely far from what I thought T-ARA sounds like. Like, if we had more stuff like this right here, I would have enjoyed it even more, honestly. Because like here, it's a little bit faster, but still not like a super fast-paced songs, but it's enough to entertain me more, you know? I really like the girl with the white outfit right here. I think she's my favorite member. She just looks so good with that hair color, which is like black on top, or at least very dark brown on top, and then it goes to blonde. I think she reminds me of Yohyun from Dreamcatcher, which is why I like it. Okay, so yeah, overall I would say I like it. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna end up listening to it because of the fact that it's like a more of a like a slow and moody kind of song rather than like a hyperactive, energetic kind of song like what the last the song that I reacted to in last episode of Ray Decay was. But yeah, I still think I like it. I still think it's a good song. It's just that it's a little bit kind of like a situation specific. in terms of when I will actually get to listen to it. Though, in terms of a rating, I'm actually going to give it a pretty high score of 9.4 out of 10. I think it's a really good song. I think they nailed what they were going for almost completely. I just have a little bit of an issue with the kind of constant flip-flopping of, like, speed for the song, because for the most part, the verses are, like, slow and moody. Then the chorus is kind of different, where it's a little bit more, like, it has a little bit more attitude to it. Then in between the first and the second chorus, then there's that part where it gets a little bit more energetic with that girl with the white outfit doing a really entertaining part of the song, and then it kind of goes back to what it was before with it, where it's like more slow and moody. And it's just kind of weird because there's these clashing vibes that I get from those different parts, which I don't really feel like it feels like a complete song because of that. But I do overall like it, and there's definitely an aura of quality surrounding this song, so I do really like it, and I think they did a pretty good job after being out of the game for so long, assuming that they haven't actually released anything since 2016, because that's since when that I've been a K-pop fan, and I don't remember them releasing anything in the last 6 years, so yeah, there's that. But if you guys are interested in me checking out some old T-ARA songs, I definitely wouldn't mind doing so, because I've done it for some other groups, so why not? But it's ultimately going to be up to you guys, depending on how much views this video gets, whether you guys comment that you want to see reactions to T-ARA title tracks and music videos. Yeah, it's really up to you. But yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Shenches. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me. That being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair, and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house
and got myself a job and everything. That's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where I can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!